What is going on, everybody? It is Lay the House RM here, and I'm sharing my daily fantasy and sports betting picks and plays for this Wednesday, August 14th. We have another day where there is a ton of baseball on the board, and that's basically all we have. There's some esports value out there, but mainly in this video, we are going to focus on the MLB. The WNBA returns tomorrow, and there also is a lot of soccer starting up this weekend, so there's going to be a lot of fun coming up soon. But for today, it's mainly just baseball. So before we get into it, let's take a recap on how yesterday went. So we'll head over to the Discord server and we'll head into the big win section of the Lay the House RM Discord. So in the big win section, you can see that I had a pretty solid day yesterday. I made about just under $400 profit, which is a pretty good day. It's not like amazing by any means, but I'm definitely happy with the result. I did cash both of my Taco Tuesday plays on Prizepicks, and I kind of had a rough day at Underdog Fantasy. I think I went like 0 for 3 on my picks over there, but a lot of my sports betting picks that I post in RM Sports Betting Picks page cashed, and we had a really big day on tennis and MLB, and with some MLB props as well. So it was a very good day on Hard Rock Sportsbook and Flip for me. Not a great day on Underdog Fantasy, but a good day on Prizepicks to make up for that. Dami Locks also posts a bunch of picks inside our channel. He had a really big day as well. He had, it looks like, a bunch of winners on Parlay Play and Sleepers, so nice job, Dami Locks, posting some winners for everybody else. Chaz, who has been on fire since learning the baseball strategy from these YouTube videos, he's been in the Discord for I think like 3 days now, and he's gone 5-0 on picks using my strategy that I use with the unders in baseball and finding positive expected value plays on OddsJam and Daily Grind Fantasy, combining them together on Sleeper and cashing out every single day. So he's having a good run right now. And Zach Betts is another capper in the community. He posts free plays in Discord as well. He had a really good day. You know, he won a bunch of moneyline parlays that he posted for everybody, a couple hits parlays and home run parlays that he also posted for everybody. So if you're not in Discord yet, it's a completely free Discord server. It's linked in the description below and also in the pinned comment below. I have a whole section on betting education, and it's honestly the best sports betting Discord out there because I keep everything for free for you all. I do this all for you guys. I don't need any cash from you. I don't want to take your money, so this is why it's the best community out there. Now, let's go into Underdog Fantasy and see if they have any promotions for us. It doesn't look like they have anything new yet. It's still just the Angel Reese promo and then the NFL promos that we're going to wait on, so no promos for us to jump on just yet. Maybe they'll come out with some later today that we can use. But for now, we're just going to have to go with straight plays. So we're going to head over to the OddsJam Underdog Fantasy Entry Builder tool and see if there's any value on Underdog Fantasy on this tool. We're going to start here. We're going to do Underdog Fantasy first on OddsJam. Then we're going to head over to Daily Grind Fantasy and look at their tool and see which lines are popping in value over there. And then we'll do the same thing for Prizepicks, and then we'll just look at the OddsJam value for Sleeper, because they're generally a lot stronger for Sleeper. So I'll be using two tools in this video. The first one is OddsJam.com, and then the second one is DGFantasy.com. They're both paid subscription websites. They both have similar tools, but there are differences between the two of them. I prefer OddsJam for props. You know, just like regular straight up prop betting on the sports books. It's very good for that. So if you do a lot of straight bets for props, OddsJam is the way to go. If you are mainly focused on just the daily fantasy pick'em sites, Daily Grind Fantasy is probably your better bet. So I'll go through both those in this video and show you guys what the plays look like. Then you can make a decision if you want to sign up for either of them. I do have discount codes for both of them. They are in the description below. I think you get like 10% off OddsJam, maybe 25%, and then it's 25% off Daily Grind Fantasy on the first month. So if you want to give it a shot, I highly recommend them both because I use them both every single day. And then there's one other tool, OddsJam.com, where if you just do regular straight bets, you know, like totals, spreads, and things like that, that is a very good tool for you as well. A little more expensive, but I can touch on that in the Discord server or answer any questions that you may have about any of these websites. So let's refresh the OddsJam Underdog Entry Builder tool, see which values are popping up right now. It looks like it's giving us a pretty solid play on total bases. I like doing these early in the morning before lines get settled too much. So Bretton Doyle, MJ Melendez, and Brendan Nimmo under 1.5 total bases each. That is going to be a very solid play. You see, if I add these 3 legs here to the parlay on the side, you have a 3% expected EV, which means for every $100 that you bet on this specific parlay, you are expected to get $3 back. It's just more of a long-term betting strategy. If you want to learn more about positive EV, I have a ton of resources in the Discord server where you can learn more about it, and that's kind of the basis of everything I do with sports betting for the most part. Some other plays that are kind of popping, you know, we have some WNBA value that is showing for tomorrow, but It's not that strong, and honestly, if we just wait till tomorrow, there's going to be a lot more lines that come out and some more value. So we'll wait on the WNBA right now. Some decent plays: Edward Cabrera and DJ Hers, both under 4.5 hits allowed. Solid values, not amazing, not anything to write home about, but they're okay. I would include them in a play if you wanted to. Keep going down. Frankie Montas, under 4.5 total strikeouts. Another solid play, not amazing. Obviously, it's -1% EV, so it's not positive EV, but it still is an okay play based on the value. Now let's head over to Daily Grind Fantasy and see what their tool is showing for us. So I'm going to refresh it. This is the Underdog Fantasy Optimizer for Daily Grind Fantasy. This one's a little bit more expensive than OddsJam, but it gives you a lot more data and it will give you a bunch more plays. So some of the top plays on the board right now based on the Daily Grind Underdog Fantasy Optimizer. We've got Tyler Anderson under on the fantasy score, Kyle Gibson under the fantasy score. I like both those plays a lot. Tanner Gordon under on the pitching outs, 15.5. You see it's -140 on Pinnacle, -140 on DraftKings, so it's a pretty good value no matter what. I wouldn't be shocked if Underdog removes this line at some point today, but for now, under 15.5 on Tanner Gordon is a very strong play if you want to get an early play for the MLB. Going down the list, Tanner Houck under 26.5 fantasy, or over 26.5 fantasy score. Cutter Crawford had a very good day yesterday until the bullpen kind of ruined it for him, so hopefully Tanner can have a better day tonight. Kyle Schwarber over on the runs. It's an okay value. I don't usually love taking runs props. There's a little more variance in that compared to like a hits prop or a fantasy points or a bases, so I generally would stay away. And the reason why it's popping so much on this one is because on parlay play, they have it at -192 odds, so it's inflating it. Not as strong of a play, even though it's showing up high on the list. Going down more, Jose Barrios over 28.5 fantasy score is a good play. Frankie Montas under on the strikeouts. Rojas over 0.5 total bases is a good play. And you can just look down the list. Pretty much any of these over 52% is a solid play for you to have. You see the Edward Cabrera hits under 4.5. Also has some overlap with the Odd Shopper tool here. So it has a decent value no matter what there. I think the Montas we saw before too. Yeah, Montas is there on both websites. So it's showing up on both tools. You can see the similarities between the two. You can see the differences between the two. But there is a lot of value on the board. I'll just keep going on the list a little bit more for you guys so you can see some more plays. Zach Geloff, however you say it, over on the bases. Martin Perez, under on the pitching outs. It's okay value, pretty solid. This -120 should probably be inflated a bit. Corey Seager, over 1.5 total bases. Miguel Amaya, over 0.5 total bases. And then we're getting down to some lesser values. They're still pretty solid, but not like amazing. Ronel Blanco under 32.5 fantasy score. Otto Lopez over 0.5 singles. And Jameson Taillon over 2.5 earned runs allowed. I would combine any of these three together on Underdog Fantasy and do a 3-pick non-insured entry. Or maybe do some long shots, do some 4 or 5-pick insured entries, or even non-insured entries. That's where the value is in Underdog Fantasy. Now let's head over to OddsJam again. Just take a look at Prizepicks really quick, see if there's any value over there. Usually not too much, but they've been actually giving us a lot lately. It's just the structure of Prizepicks isn't the best if you live in an arena state. So like I live in the state of Florida, so I can't do a 5-pick flex play or a 6-pick flex play anymore, which is really the only value on Prizepicks. So if you are playing on Prizepicks and you live in the state of Florida or a state where you can't do a 5 or 6 flex play, it's like an arena state, I wouldn't really play on Prizepicks other than just doing the promos like Taco Tuesday, Flex Friday, anytime there's a major discount or a free bet. Those are the ones that I would stick to on Prizepicks, and that's mainly how I used it. But a lot of value today on Prizepicks, surprisingly, for the MLB. They've kind of gotten a little bit looser with some of their props here. So Brandon Nimmo, under 1.5 total bases. Real Muto, Burleson, and Rendon, under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Cole Reagans, under 6.5 strikeouts. Pavlyuchenkova on tennis, under 22.5 total games. That one's probably soon. I don't know what time the game is, but I'm sure it's earlier in the day. Then some WNBA picks we'll ignore. We'll go and keep going down. You see the Edward Cabrera, under 4.5 hits allowed again. Dean Kramer, under 4.5 hits allowed. So those are some solid plays on Prizepicks if you want to make an entry on Prizepicks today. Then we're going to head over to Sleeper. I like Sleeper a lot. I've been getting a lot of value on there lately. So really good play right here. Alex Bregman, under 1.5 total hits. Kyle Gibson, under 16.5 pitching outs. And then we'll go down to Zach. We can't combine Littell with Bregman. But We'll go down to Jimenez under 1.5 total hits, and then McNeil under 1.5 total bases. So we're going to combine all these together here. We'll go with Bregman. If it wants to load here, we'll go Gibson. We will go Jimenez. And then we will go McNeil. It's a 6x entry payout, 6% EV. Very solid play on Sleeper. I'm probably about to make this myself and go post it in the Discord server. If you want to combine even more plays to it, I wouldn't recommend it. If once you get down past the McNeil, the value kind of goes away, even though it's still going to be a positive EV. It's just not as strong. Like if I add the Jake Burger, it's going to drop down to 4%, so it's just going to keep dropping as I add more plays to it. So those four are really the best play right now on Sleeper. Alex Bregman under 1.5 total hits, Kyle Gibson under 16.5 total pitching outs, Andres Jimenez under 1.5 total hits, and Jeff McNeil under 1.5 total bases. That is a confirmed play by me. I'm definitely making this play right now. We're going to head over to one other tool on OddsShopper if you are interested in regular sports betting picks and regular props. So on OddsShopper, they have a tool where it is their market-based EV bets. And then you have market-based EV results. So something cool with OddsShopper is that they track all of the results of the plays that they post in this market-based EV bets tool, which is really, really neat. Because I know sites like OddsJam and Daily Grand Fantasy and a bunch of others out there don't post the results. So it's very strong of them to post the results of their plays. So I'm going to refresh this right now, see if there's any plays for me on Hard Rock or Flip right now. It gave us a couple good winners in the Discord server yesterday with Alex Call, and I can't remember who the other one was, but there were two very good values that popped up late yesterday, and I posted them in Discord, and they both cashed for some good money, and I know one other person tailed at least, so we made some money on it. Right now, no strong values on Hard Rock Sportsbook or Flip right now. We'll head over to the state of Illinois just so we can see all the other sportsbooks here. Some very strong value on, it looks like BetMGM. Alex Call, under 1.5 total bases. Again, that is the strongest value on the board right now. And if we go into my Discord server, we go into the MLB section, you type in /best bets or best bet, hit enter. It'll ask you which league you want, so I want the MLB, and it's going to show me the top value on the board right now for all the major sports books, and the best value on the board is that Alex Call under 1.5 total bases on BetMGM. It's a very solid play. If you have access to BetMGM, I would definitely make that myself. And it even tells you what your recommended bet size is. So I have a $5,000 bankroll on this website. I would bet $95 on this Alex Call under 1.5 total bases. So those are my plays here for the props. If you want to see my other sports betting picks and like my straight up sports betting picks, I have a bunch of tennis plays out there already. I'm going to have some MLB plays in the Discord as well. So if you're not in the Discord server yet, that is the place to be. If you like these videos, drop a comment and also subscribe to the channel. I try to make these just about every single day for Underdog Fantasy and Prizepicks for you all. And I'm going to start ramping up a little bit more and doing some more straight bets videos now that it's soccer season. So I'll have a bunch of soccer videos coming out soon, and I'm hopefully going to start doing some live streams for you guys pretty soon. So if you subscribe with notifications on, you will see all of my content as I post it, and you will not miss a live stream when I start doing them. So I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Best of luck on your plays today, and thank you for watching.